Welcome to our broadcast here at the Clements Center. Cienega High School taking on the Desert View Jaguars and the Ironwood Ridge Nighthawks. I'm Jason Miller along with Cody Losi and Art Mata.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, boys. It's a fine day for a swim meet here. It's the senior night here, so a celebration of 4 years for a lot of these swimmers here from Cienega High School. A slight delay here as we're looking, I think, for some rules to be stipulated here by Cienega's head coach, Kim Farr. And I also want to thank Josh Farr, who is the head coach of the boys cross-country team, for providing us today with an easy-up tent, giving us some lovely shade here. Taka Barone is running the show here as our technical director. We have Sierra Bingham on camera, Eve Higgins on camera, Marina Suku on camera, and Jackie Hannafin on camera. Marina and Jackie, you may know from our broadcast from football games on Friday nights as our sideline reporters. So the first event here that we're looking at will be alternating between the girls and the boys. This is the 200 medley relay here. The Bobcats are in lanes 2 and 5. The Nighthawks in lanes 6 and 3. And the Jaguars are in lane 4 and also in lane 1. Girls entering the water here.
I'd like to give a quick shout out to RJ Brown, a member of Bobcat TV. He's going to be participating in 3 of the first 5 races here.
We got to keep a close eye on him when these races start here.
Yes, we do.
Girls on the backstroke. And there's a start. So they're off here in this 200 medley relay. So each of the girls will swim 50 yards. Great start here for Ironwood Ridge in lane 3. Bobcats in lane 5 with a slight lead going into this important turn. Cats at the wall first. Nighthawks coming in right after that. We'll see how they come off the turn. Bit longer there for Ironwood Ridge under the water. In their first length here, it's Caitlin Leo. And the Bobcats have their most decorated female swimmer, Ayla Stallworth, here with a nice job giving the Bobcats the slightest of leads here going into the breaststroke. Chloe Bantock in the second leg here for Ironwood Ridge. Savannah Olney for the Bobcats. Other relay for Cienega was Maddie Brandt on backstroke. Haley Gallagher right now, breaststroke in lane 2 for Cienega. Both hitting the wall at the same time here. And the Bobcats have a slight lead there with Savannah Olney in that breaststroke. Ironwood Ridge looks like they're closing the gap here coming into butterfly. This is going to be a key here on this third kind of leg of the relay. Haley Palma getting set to go. And there she's in the water for Ironwood Ridge. And there's Raven Elias. She's so Raven with her butterfly in lane 5. That joke never gets old for me.
Never gets old. It kind of gets old.
Okay, well, you've heard it before, Cody. That's a new one for Art, so he chuckled. Both on the wall at the same time. And coming off here in the fly. But Raven here very strong with her butterfly. Oh, I'd say maybe about half an arm length lead. And it's getting close to the net now. Haley Palma swimming a nice job here on the fly. And the Bobcats touched first, and they're in the water for their freestyle length here. It's Kelly Flynn closing things for Ironwood Ridge, and Michaela Welch closing it off here for the Bobcats. So close here are the 50s. They're both flipping at the same time, and both emerging from the water at the same time.
They're just shredding through the water.
Very long, smooth strokes by Kelly Flynn here, and I think she may have been the difference for the Nighthawks, and she does. Boy, like an albatross there with the long arm strokes just pulling and gliding through the water, but it was Kelly Flynn the difference there, giving the Nighthawks a victory. Michaela Welch, swimming the anchor leg for the Bobcats, could not hold her off. And here we see the Bobcats' other relay team. That's Courtney Ulrich finishing things off for the Cats there in lane 2. So it was Ironwood Ridge in first place, Cienega in second place, Ironwood Ridge's second relay team in third place, Cienega Bobcats in fourth place. We have 3 more relays that are going on here at the same time. Looks like Alejandra Tarizon for Desert View. And that relay, it was Amy Hall, Sandra Zavalza, Ivory Hauk, and Alejandra Tarizon for the Jaguars. Other relays, and I apologize for getting to this information so late, but for Ironwood Ridge in lane 6, it was Lily Tees on the backstroke, Amanda Bradley on breaststroke, Maya V on butterfly, and Sophia Fight on the freestyle. The Bobcats' second relay I mentioned earlier, but it was Maddie Brandt on back, Haley Gallagher breaststroke, Taylor Haas on butterfly, and Courtney Ulrich on the freestyle finishing up there. This is the last relay team, and that's Regina Ramirez finishing off on the freestyle. she was swimming along with, it was Betsy Arguelles on backstroke, Yailin Durame on breaststroke, and Minnie Torres on the fly, Regina Ramirez on freestyle.
Solid finish.
Yeah, and what I saw with Cienega's swimmer, which I could say didn't work in her favor, is while she went on her first streamline, she went on her first streamline all the way to the first wall, and she used all of her energy on the first one, and then she flipped, and on her second one she didn't catch as much as she could have. So that didn't really work in her favor. She tried to get a good lead early, but she needed that lead late in the swim.
So she surfaced a little bit early from that turn. She could have done a little bit more coming off the turn underwater with her glide. Here we're looking at the boys 400 medley relay. Each of the swimmers will be swimming a 100. So the Bobcats are going to have their hands full here with Ironwood Ridge. Look out for lane number 3. That's Isaac Stump on the backstroke, and you can see him shredding the water right now. And he's emerged now with about a 2-body length lead going into his flip turn. The long dolphin kick inverted underwater, and he's just stretching things out right now for the Bobcats. Now they have Gavin Bell on the backstroke. Now normally Garrett Welch, that would be his territory, but it's Gavin Bell right here on the backstroke. Hector Sanchez getting set to go for breaststroke for the Bobcats, and Chandler Juarez right now doing breaststroke for Ironwood Ridge. He's filling in for Colin Murphy, who is out sick today.
That dive gave him a huge advantage.
That's what you need it for. The dive is basically your starter.
I mean, with a great dive, you can cut back on a lot of the work and effort that you need to get to go through the rest of the streamline.
You are correct, Cody.
Just look at that.
That was a great start. Great case in point right there. Now he is so fluid here with his dolphin kick here, just undulating through the water. We'll see how far he comes off his turn. That's Thomas Golden, and just so fluid. It seems to be effortless here is his butterfly. I mean, just a thing of beauty here as he's undulating through the water. Francisco Vasquez in the water now for freestyle for Ironwood Ridge, and they are crushing it here. I mean, all the other teams right now are still in their butterfly. Okay, now we have, well, Ironwood Ridge, their backup team here of Sexton, Bradley, Juarez, and Zierli are on their freestyle length as well. Bobcats in lane number 5. RJ Brown there just doing his butterfly in the 50 fly. And I apologize, I'm off on the distance here. It's a 200 medley relay, so each of the swimmers going 50 yards.
And Angelo Castanero's wearing a watch.
Yeah, he's anchoring that other relay team here. It's the Colton Glassburner, Alberto Michel, Kenny McNeese, and Angelo Castagnaro relay. Castagnaro, one of your friends here, finishing off on the freestyle. I'm guessing he's a wrestler, Art. Is he a wrestling friend of yours?
Yeah, he's a wrestling friend of mine.
Are you allowed to wear a watch while swimming?
No.
We're going to be timing today's events on the Oslo stopwatch for the most precision timing that you need for your athletic events. See Oslo with the bright yellow stopwatch. Those of you finishing up here with their medley relay in lane 4, but it was Ironwood Ridge, Isaac Stump, Chandler Juarez, Thomas Golden, Francisco Vasquez coming in first place, Caleb Sexton, Max Bradley, Jack Affelt, and Donald Zierli coming in second place from Ironwood Ridge. Then it was Gavin Bell, Hector Sanchez, RJ Brown, Ryan Welsh for Cienega. In fourth place, it was Cienega's Colton Glassburner, Michelle McNeese, and Castagnaro. Girls event here, we're looking at the 200 freestyle. So not a sprint here, and certainly not the distance of the 500, but we're looking at girls here going at a pretty good pace. Bobcats have Courtney Ulrich in lane 2. She just finished swimming, so hello, Courtney, get back in the water. Caitlin Leo in lane 6 for Ironwood Ridge. Tahira Owens in lane 5 for Cienega. Rachel Kester for Ironwood Ridge in lane 3. And Minnie Torres in lane 4 for Desert View. Although Minnie Torres does not appear to be in lane 4, so she may be swimming. Maybe she skipped this event here today, so she's a late scratch.
Well, I don't even think she's here today. If I could be mistaken, but I know who she is, and I don't see her around here.
She's a Desert View swimmer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, look at Rachel Kester, right, in lane 3. She just finished her first 100, so she's halfway through. And she is just cruising along here seemingly effortlessly. Her teammate, Caitlin Leo, in lane 6 is about 2 body lengths behind her, followed by Tahira Owens in lane 5 and Courtney Ulrich in lane 2. But very fluid, very effortlessly appearing. She got that steady kick there, just churning through the water, like almost like a motorboat. You've got the engine in the back of the boat, and your kick is that driving force, that driving power, as she just goes into now her last 50 yards here. Rachel Kester just, I want to say she's shredding it, but she's doing it so fluidly. Majestically, yes. Just a beautiful freestyle stroke here.
Little splash.
From Rachel.
Keeping it pretty self-contained in her lane.
Yeah, I mean, the efficiency is all there. There's not a wasted movement, just very fluidly. Her hands, her catch and pull going into the water very smoothly. The streamline off the starts and the turns. And she churns in here. Do we have a time?
No, our stopwatch doesn't work.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Oslo is no longer a sponsor of ours.
Sponsored by, yeah.
Let's see if we can get another stopwatch, or maybe one of our phones. Like, if
my phone doesn't do that. I have a burner.
You can use mine. I know I've got a stopwatch function on this thing. You can find out where it's at, probably in the apps. Clock.
2 more swimmers remain.
Stopwatch.
1 more now.
Here. I don't know if you can see that.
All right. There we go. Cody, you're the timer.
I'm timer.
All right, so recap from that event. We apologize for our timing difficulties, but it was Rachel Kester from Ironwood Ridge coming in first, Caitlin Leo, her teammate, in second, Tahira Owens coming in third, and Courtney Ulrich coming in fourth place. Courtney Ulrich, one of the seniors here, being honored. Maddie Brandt as well. We've seen her earlier. Garrett Welch, of course, is the most decorated of Cienega swimmers all time. So he is a swimmer to watch out for, and he always makes a splash when he's making his events here at the Clements Center. Boys, 200 freestyle.
Boys, 200 freestyle.
That's Gavin Bell for Cienega in lane 2. Craig Simmons from Ironwood Ridge in lane 3. Jason Brown in lane 5 for Cienega, and Michael Crow in lane 6 for Ironwood Ridge.
And Jason Brown is probably the only Cienega swimmer boy I know of that is a fully committed swimmer. You have Garrett Welch, who plays different sports. You have everybody else who plays sports. But Jason Brown, that's all he does is swim year-round. So you see him right now, you can kind of tell. It's kind of like seeing just a track sprinter, just knowing how to play, knowing how to run. You can see Jason Brown, that's what he knows how to do.
You can see it in his form.
Yeah.
All right, what else does Garrett Welch? What other sports does he play?
He plays club baseball.
Okay. So Craig Simmons here from Ironwood Ridge has the lead here as he is about to finish his first 100. So he's about halfway into this event, and he is, right now he's basically lapping the field, right? So he has just passed everybody in the field. The closest competitor to him is Caleb Sexton in lane 6, right? So when Isaac finishes here, his 200 freestyle, or sorry, when Craig Simmons finishes his 200 freestyle, the other swimmers will still be going for quite a ways.
Quite a ways.
So Craig Simmons, lane 3 from Ironwood Ridge, Michael Crow in lane 6 from Ironwood Ridge, Jason Brown lane 5 for Cienega, and Gavin Bell lane 2 for Cienega, as Craig finishes here going into his last 50 yards. And again, just like his teammate from the girls team, Rachel Kester, who was also in lane 3, just a very fluid stroke here. So all the top swimmers from Ironwood Ridge should be swimming in that middle lane, lane 3, the lane to keep your eyes on the entire meet here today.
And you can see the swimmers at the bottom, at the top of your screen. They're starting to get tired out towards the end.
I mean, that's gonna happen when you're putting like all your body's energy into pulling through with these laps. I mean, it's physically demanding. It's a physically demanding sport, but these people, I mean, they practice pretty much every afternoon. I mean, it's not something they're not familiar with. I mean,
well, that's kind of because I wrestle, and wrestling is, they did a study in wrestling, is the sport that uses the most conditioning, and what they teach is there is the simple stuff like shooting or the simple stuff like trying to get an escape, that you rep it so day in, day out, just so that your body is just so used to it that you can do it without thinking.
It's muscle memory.
Yeah.
It gets to the point where you can do it without putting any more thought into it.
Girls 200 individual medley in lane 2 from Ironwood Ridge, from lane 2, Cienega High School, Kayla Negron. In lane 3 from Ironwood Ridge, it's Kaylee Otto. Let's see the turn here on the butterfly. Otto first to the wall. Cienega has Michaela Welch in lane 5, and Ironwood Ridge in lane 6 has Mackenzie Harrison here. So 200 individual medley. They'll be doing 50 yards of each of the 4 strokes: butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle. And it's Kaylee Otto. Her best time this year is a 2:19.85.
Oh.
If we were timing this race, I would say that she might be on her pace right now.
If is the key word.
I was unaware of how to reset the stopwatch. I apologize.
That's okay. That's all right. So Kaylee Otto here, the backstroke flip turn coming off the wall. The inverted dolphin kick. And, man, she is just making it look so easy out there. Just such great form. Not a wasted motion or movement. Looks like she's just kind of like resting there on her back and very fluidly going in from backstroke. Here's a turn going into the breaststroke. Nice underwater pull and kick.
And she knows she's in the lead. You could tell as she went do that turn, she kind of did it just not lazily, but she knows she's in the lead. So she's got some distance to spare.
We're once again sponsored by Oslo. We got it working. Our technical director.
Thank you, Taka.
Taka Barone.
I'll be timing on my Timex watch. Kaylee Otto here on the breaststroke. You can hear her teammates here encouraging her to pull every time that her head surfaces on the stroke. Just very fluidly making her way through here. Her nearest competitor is Michaela Welch in lane 5 from Cienega, and she's about 3 body lengths behind. So into her freestyle length right here, breathing every 2 strokes now. To her left, and I don't know if she's breathing to her left because that's her nearest competitor, or if she's breathing to her left because that's where she naturally breathes. So Kaylee Otto, lane 3, cruising right now. Mackenzie Harrison in lane 6 is in 3rd place. Michaela Welch is in 2nd place. And right now, just beginning her freestyle, is Kayla Negron in lane 2. But there's Kaylee Otto with an impressive individual medley, the 200. And she's earned herself a little breather here and maybe a nice little cold beverage. There's Michaela Welch finishing in 2nd place. A nice effort by her. But that IM is grueling because it starts off with a butterfly, right? So you're doing a 50 fly hard. And then you've got 3 more 50s to go as Mackenzie Harrison comes in 3rd place. But there's no time to rest because it's you swimming against yourself and also the field. And a nice effort here by Kayla Negron as she finishes her 200 individual medley.
And also, I was reading up on my swimming, and they taught Ryan Lochte. He said that the thing that helps him out the most, it's kind of his mental blueprint while he's swimming. He said he doesn't swim to beat everybody else. He swims to finish. So it's not a very competitive one-on-one sport like football or wrestling or baseball. It's just swim, just touch the wall and go back, and you'll win. That's kind of what he's thinking right now.
RJ Brown, Bobcat TV guy in lane 5. He's a strong butterflyer. Other guys in the field for this event, Isaac Stump from Ironwood Ridge in lane 3, very strong on the fly. Caleb Sexton in lane 6 from Ironwood Ridge, and Ryan Welsh in lane 2 from Cienega. So RJ's battling right here. He's in 2nd place. He's about a body length and a half behind Isaac Stump in lane 3. And he has about a body length lead over Caleb Sexton from Ironwood Ridge in lane 6. So that's going to be the matchup here to watch, is RJ Brown going against Caleb Sexton in lanes 5 and 6 going right next to each other here. Because Isaac Stump is cruising along. His best time for this event on the season is 2:04.58. 2 minutes, 4 seconds, and 58 hundredths of a second. I am just so impressed here by this backstroke.
Now, something I noticed about RJ Brown, he didn't flip over. He grabbed onto it, pulled off.
That's a huge disadvantage. Just think about how much time that takes.
Now, do you have any idea why he would do that? Do you think it had anything to do with his shoulder injury last week?
No, he's probably just not comfortable with it, or he probably hasn't perfected it yet. So it'd probably waste more time if he tried that.
Well, let's watch his turn here from backstroke into breaststroke, right? So there was a bit of time elapsed here, and I don't know if that pull and kick happened underwater on the breaststroke. He's putting himself in peril of being disqualified here on this event. So that's probably what it is, Cody. That's a great point there to see on that backstroke flip turn, because basically it's like a freestyle flip turn. So we know RJ can do the freestyle flip turn. As Isaac Stump goes into his freestyle. Boy, what an underwater pool. That was streamlined off the wall, almost going about a third of the length down the pool. And we'll see off on his flip turn here as Isaac comes into his last length of the pool. It's very fluid. And RJ is about a body length and a half here behind his nearest competitor here from Ironwood Ridge in lane 6. That's Caleb Sexton. And he might be gassed here on this freestyle. I know I would be.
Yeah, you can definitely tell that RJ, he usually he's a pretty strong freestyle, but you can tell that he's kind of, his energy is running pretty low. I mean, it's understandable. He did 2 different styles up to this point, and 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I mean, by now, if you're not gassed out, then.
Yeah, but a great effort here.
Yeah.
by RJ Brown. Caleb Sexton finishing in second place from Ironwood Ridge. Here's RJ finishing up on his freestyle. So third place for RJ. And then Ryan Welsh in lane 2 from Cienega finishing off here strongly with the freestyle. Looks like he had a wardrobe malfunction. Those goggles popped off probably when he came off the block to start his butterfly. And as a swimmer, it's such a distraction. If your goggles aren't on and attached correctly, it's a major distraction. So to pull them over your neck, I mean, you're talking about drag, you're talking about limited visibility, you're talking about chlorine in your eyes.
It gives you a slight disadvantage because you have that extra issue that you have to worry about that some of the other swimmers don't have. And I mean, by the end of it, every second matters, you know?
Yes. All right, so girls, I think we are here on the 50 free. So this will be a sprint, boys, very quick. Oh, I made a little bit of noise here. Sorry, the starter. Get my golf voice on. All right, so here's the sprint now, the 50 freestyle. This will be very quick. We're talking about times in like 26s, maybe the 27 range. In lane 2, we have Savannah Olney from Cienega. Lane 6 is Claire Hernandez from Ironwood Ridge. Lane 5 is Ayla Stallworth from Cienega. And lane 3 from Ironwood Ridge is Sarah Stanley. So right now it's Stanley and Stallworth dueling it out in lanes 3 and 5. And it looks like it's going to be Sarah Stanley just out touching Ayla Stallworth. So Stanley coming in first, Stallworth second, Claire Hernandez from Ironwood Ridge in third place in lane 6. Savannah Olney in lane 2 coming in fourth for Cienega. And then it was Yailene Durame from Desert View coming in 5th place for the Jaguars. And now we're looking at our second heat here for the 50 free. The second of, I believe, 4 heats in this event. So that first heat's going to be the fastest one, fellas. .50 freestyle sprint for the Bobcats. Lane 2, Sarah Glassburner. Ironwood Ridge in lane 3, Tyler Blanchard. In lane 5 from Cienega, Tori Brown. That's RJ's sister. Lane 6, Brianna Mounts from Ironwood Ridge. And lane 4, Danya Valle. And this looks like it's going to be Tyler Blanchard here, at least for this heat, coming in first place. Just cruising with her freestyle very impressively. Her teammate in lane 6, Brianna Mounts, comes in second. Then it's Tori Brown from Cienega in lane 5, followed by Sarah Glassburner in lane 2. Nice gesture there of sportsmanship by the girls, shaking hands over the lane lines.
And if you really look at all the Ironwood swimmers, you can tell the coaches do a great job, because if you look at them, they all swim the exact same way. If you look at Cienega, if you look at Desert View, they each have like their own styles with each swim that they do. But every Ironwood boy or girl each does it the same.
And it's an effective way to do it.
Obviously.
I mean, Ironwood just dominating.
Oh no, it looks like the Jaguar swimmer got off to a late start there. She was not on the starting block, so she's at a disadvantage of about 3 or 4 swimmers. Kelsey Thacker from the Bobcats in lane 2. Caitlin Short from Ironwood Ridge in lane 6. Taylor Burleson from Cienega in lane 5. Kayla Danley from Ironwood Ridge in lane 3. And Alejandra Tarison from Desert View in lane 4 with a really delayed start there. And you hate to see something like that happen. Kelsey Thacker here dueling it out with Caitlin Short. And Kelsey took that heat. So a nice swim there by Kelsey Thacker in lane 2 to take the heat for the Cats. Caitlin Short coming in, Kayla Danley coming in 2nd place. Caitlin Short in 3rd place in that heat. And Alejandra Taurizon coming in 4th for Desert View. Bobcats 50 free. They have Jason Brown in lane 2. Ryan Molina in lane 5. Ironwood Ridge swimmers Jack Affelt in lane 3 and Chandler Juarez in lane 6. And Desert View in lane 4, it's Osvaldo Santiago. Nearly a false start there. There's some confusion here. Apparently there may be another girls' heat from that last event. We have a timer communicating here with the starting official. Looks like there'll be one last heat here for the girls in the 50 freestyle. And I think what we're going to be seeing here is Bailey Williams from Ironwood Ridge in lane 6 and Samantha Mounts from Ironwood Ridge in lane 3. So this will be our 4th and final heat. It looks like there's one last swimmer here from Ironwood Ridge, Sophia Fight. So 3 Nighthawks here in this 4th heat. Sophia Fight, lane 3, Samantha Mounts in lane 5, and Bailey Williams in lane 6. And I've got to say, I like the Nighthawks color combination here. They've got the navy blue, and I guess it's midnight blue they call it.
Midnight blue.
And kind of like a fluorescent pink on their swim caps.
Well, October and all that.
It's a nice contrast.
Nice contrast. Not as flashy as Oregon's new pink jerseys, but they're a football team.
Do they have new pink jerseys?
They have black and pink helmets, and then white and pink helmets, and then black and pink jerseys and white and pink jerseys.
Wow.
It's ridiculous.
So
Phil Knight, you know.
Not as flashy, but I think I like this maybe simpler combination a little bit better.
A little less out there.
Yeah, a little less garish, I would say, right? Garish is the key word here. So that was lane 5. That was Samantha Mounts coming in 1st place. Her teammate Sophia Fight in lane 3 coming in 2nd. Bailey Williams coming in 3rd in that heat in lane 6 for the Nighthawks. A nice swim there in that 4th heat by those Nighthawks girls. Nicely done. All right, now here's the boys' sprint. So we're looking at a time here in this 50 freestyle. Probably about 24 seconds and change, give or take a couple of hundredths of a second. All right, Jason Brown, lane 2 from the Bobcats. Ryan Molina, lane 5 for the Cats. See the start here, and I'll tell you the Nighthawk swimmers. Lane 3, Jack Affelt. Lane 6, Chandler Juarez. Lane 4, Desert View's Osvaldo Santiago. And hitting the wall first, it was Ironwood Ridge's Jack Affelt. He's dueling with his teammate Chandler Juarez in lane 6. The Bobcats in lane 5 have Ryan Molina, and Molina here coming in 1st place. So a great swim by Ryan to come in 1st. Jack Affelt came in 2nd. Jason Brown came in 3rd from Cienega, if I'm not mistaken. And then it was Chandler Juarez coming in 4th and Osvaldo Santiago coming in 5th. But it was Molina there from the Cats. His best time on the season as a 24:65. So he was pacing that field even before the heat began, and an impressive swim from Ryan.
That was a very, very messy race.
Yes, it was. Had to worry about our equipment.
Bit of jitters there. Ainsley Varvel in lane 2. I'm guessing that's Natasha and Tim Varvel's younger brother in lane 2 here for the Cats. He was a little jittery coming off the block, but he's going into a lead here at the end of the first 25 yards. So Ainsley Varvel, lane 2. Jacob Varner from Ironwood Ridge in lane 6. Angelo Castagnaro in lane 5 from Cienega. Alex Orlip in lane 3. And Mohammed from Desert View in lane 4. And I think that was Ainsley Varvel in 1st from Cienega. And you can correct me on that, Art, if I'm wrong.
Yeah, it is.
And Jacob Varner coming in 2nd from Ironwood Ridge in that heat.
Yeah, I know. Cause,
Hey.
third heat, Bobcats. Kenny McNeese in lane 2.
Sorry.
Chris Lee from Cienega in lane 5. Andrew Danley in lane 6. And those three swimmers will be going at it. Jacob Revilla was a scratch from Desert View. So Kenny McNeese in lane 2 from the Cats. Chris Lee in lane 5 from the Cats. And Andrew Danley in lane 6. And the Cats both going into the turn at the same time, Chris Lee and Kenny McNeese. I would imagine they're dueling in practice almost every day, doing 75s, 100 sprints, whatever they're doing. And McNeese here pouring it on late. This is going to be a close finish here to the touch. It was McNeese by a touch over Chris Lee. Lee finished in lane 5 and looked over to his left, knowing where his teammate Kenny McNeese was, and that was a close finish there. And Andrew Danley coming in third in that heat for the Nighthawks.
I think, yeah, we're taking a break here for the seniors.
Oh, senior night. Okay, so we should film this for sure. I didn't realize that this event was happening now.
Are we still going?
Yeah, we're still.
Okay.
Yeah, we're still going, guys. So do you wanna commentate the senior ceremony?
We can film this. I
Do
guess
you
we don't.
want to film it? Do you want to commentate it? Do we need our mics?
Yeah, we can film it. I can tell. I'll just tell you guys right now. Okay, here
Here, I'll get.
we can put a mic on to Coach Farr. So great time to do this here. The natural break here between the 50-yard freestyle and the 100 butterfly event. The natural time for a break here in their meets. Seniors for Cienega, we have Taylor Haas, Courtney Ulrich, Maddie Brandt, Haley Gallagher, Elena Reyes, Taylor Burleson, Lisa Haney, Angelo Castagnaro, Bo Mejia Spreen, and Garrett Welch. So we will go and follow the coaches here.
Okay, so that's good. That one
Hopefully.
It seems to work just fine. Yeah. Start and stop. Right? So you know how to use it. So it's starting.
you're the tech guy. How
And then you reset.
It's a stopwatch.
Like seriously, I mean, some people.
If I can do it, it's gotta be pretty
I mean, sometimes that doesn't even have that much technology involved. Hey, it doesn't want to work for me though. That's the thing. It seems so easy because it works for you, but as soon as I grab it, it's just like nope, 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 nope. Let's reset it randomly.
By the way, the reason why RJ's Rebecca is because you're for that certain stroke, you're supposed to
Oh, I'm sorry. What? Oh, he was.
Nah, he should have. He should have gone in on his back. We're not recording, right?
Oh, we are.
Not right now.
Yeah, right now. This is one just solid record. We've been recording like this whole time. Yeah.
Battle station. quick
Welcome back. A brief break there.
Brief.
Brief.
It's relative, I guess, a relative term. Red 5 standing by.
Red 4 standing by.
Red 2 standing by.
Cut the chatter, Red 6. All right, so we're about to.
Parkins! No!
Look at the size of that. All right, so the 100 butterfly.
There's our
here.
token Star Wars joke for the night.
We try to slip one of those into each and every broadcast on Bobcat TV. My level is a little bit hot. You may want to turn me down a little bit. I think I'm clipping. Okay, here's the 100 fly here for the girls. In lane 2, it's Taylor Haas from Cienega. In lane 3 from Ironwood Ridge, it's Haley Palma. In lane 5, Raven Elias. In lane 6 from Ironwood Ridge, Chloe Bantock. And Chloe might be the person to watch here. She's in first place off the wall. Her time is a 1:08.85, which is a very strong time here for this 100 fly. Raven Elias is trying to keep up with her. She's about a half body length behind.
And she's also so Raven.
She is so Raven.
Joke never gets old.
Never.
So
Contradicting myself from earlier.
into the turn. People forget they have a short memory. Chloe Bantock first off the wall here, heading toward the third length here of this 4-length race. And Raven has pulled almost even here to be close off the turn, and the last turn is going to be a key. Raven first off the wall, first to surface from her underwater pull and kick, or just underwater kicks actually, here on the fly. And Raven is being so Raven right now that she's going to cruise into first place. Fading down the stretch was Chloe Bantock, and Chloe may have finished in third. Her teammate, Haley Palma, in lane 3, it was very close. But Raven Elias, an impressive 100 butterfly. Taylor Haas finishing off there as well, and Taylor's a senior. Fun fact about Taylor Haas, she wears a size 2 shoe, which is
Size
That is-
2.
extra petite, I suppose we could say.
That's almost like infant size, isn't it?
It's tiny.
It's a large
I don't-
child's
yeah.
foot.
I think I surpassed size 2 in about 2nd grade.
I don't even think in 2nd grade.
RJ Brown's on the blocks.
Very
RJ
exciting for RJ Brown.
RJ Brown, the 100 butterfly here in lane 5. A swimmer to watch out for. Let's critique him. Looks like a good start here for RJ. And in lane 3 from Ironwood Ridge, looking at here Thomas Golden, Craig Simmons in lane 6. And Simmons in lane 6 is peeking over across the pool as he's doing his fly here. So he's getting, I don't know if that's his technique on the breathing or if he's just trying to spot out where his nearest competitor is. But it's Ironwood Ridge coming in 1 and 2 in the turn. Thomas Golden, Craig Simmons, Bo Mejia Spreen in lane 2, and RJ Brown in 4th right now.
Now, RJ, do you think he's just gassed out from some of his earlier races,
Yes,
or
definitely.
just physically exhausted?
You could see it. Like see how powerful every other swimmer is, especially Golden and Simmons. And Mejia's Marine. They're doing a great job. They're so powerful with just grabbing the water. And if you look at RJ, he's swimming. He's not really brushing through the water.
Golden, very impressive. His best time is a 54.50, so he's under 60 seconds. And his teammate Craig Simmons in lane 6, who came in 2nd place, I would guess would be under 60 seconds. Of course, if we had a stopwatch, I could be able to tell you precisely where we're finishing on these events. Bo Mejia Spreen in 3rd place and RJ Brown coming in 4th. So Golden in 1st, Simmons in 2nd, Mejia Spreen in 3rd, RJ Brown in 4th. RJ's best time is a 1:14. Mejia Spreen's best time a 1:05, and Golden and Simmons both sub 60 seconds. So that's a tough event for those guys to go against there. It's very stiff competition for the Nighthawks. 100 freestyle now. I will tell you the field here in a moment. Watch his first 25 here as we go down along here. Haley Gallagher, lane 2 from Cienega. Natalie Polito in lane 6 from Ironwood Ridge. Sarah Hansen in lane 5 from Cienega. Rachel Kester in lane 3 from Ironwood Ridge. Amy Hall in lane 4 from Desert View. And I think that's Ivory Hauk in lane 1, also from Desert View. So Desert View has 2 swimmers here in this event, a very small team. So there are a few events where they have multiple swimmers and many events where they don't have anybody swimming in that actual event. So coming in here into the last turn, lane 5, lane 6, and lane 3 all flipping at about the same time. Natalie Polito in lane 6, Sierra Hansen from Cienega in lane 5, Rachel Kester in lane 3. It's a 3-person race here, and Kester pouring it on late for Ironwood Ridge down the stretch in lane 3. And I believe she finished in first place. And Cody, you may have a better vantage point than I did. Time of 59:40. Thank you, Taka. Also running
Thank you, Taka.
our technical directing here. But I think it was Kester in first, and then I think it was Hansen from Cienega in second and Polito in third. But very
now,
close.
That sounds about right. I kind of have a pole obstructing my view,
Okay.
but I think that was correct.
It is. It is.
If
Hale-
anything, we can just go back to the Eves
Yeah.
starting line.
Okay.
footage.
So
She has
that heat, we have Kester
Island?
Kester in first, Hansen in second, Polito in third, Gallagher in fourth, Amy Hall in fifth, Ivory Houck in sixth.
Like
Heat
sheep's
2.
wool.
Girls 100 freestyle. And here's the field. Michaela Jakubek in lane 2.
Got very quiet.
Sophia Fight in lane 3. Kendallin Spur in lane 5. Brittany Manifold in lane 6. We also have Sandra Zavalsa in lane number 4 for Ironwood Ridge. So lane 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And a good start here for Kendallin Spur with her first 50. She's in first place in this heat right now. She has about a half body length lead over her nearest competitor, Brittany Manifold from Ironwood Ridge.
Oh,
in
it's
lane
about a full
6.
body now. And then coming off the flip, that's going to be even bigger.
All right, let's see the turn here. So
Yeah,
first,
depending on how the flip goes.
first in the turn, she merged pretty quickly, but she's able to maintain about a body length and a half here. You're exactly right, Art Mata.
Now about 2 body lengths, actually.
Kendallin Spur pouring it on. A nice finish here. Good freestyle by her, coming in at 104.16. Brittany Manifold in second in that heat, followed by Sophia Fight, followed by Michaela Jakubek in fourth in that heat, and in fifth is Sandra Zavalsa in lane number 4 from Desert View, the Jaguars. Jessica Wheeler for the Bobcats in lane 2. Gabby Vega from the Cats in lane 5. Lily Tees from Ironwood Ridge in lane 3. And Samantha Mounts actually in lane 3, and lane 6 is Lily Tees. So Lily Tees from Ironwood Ridge in lane 6 hits the wall first. A great flip turn there. She's putting some distance between her and the rest of the field. Samantha Mounts in lane 3 from Ironwood Ridge in second currently. Cienega's Gabby Vega in lane 5 in third, and right behind her is Jessica Wheeler in lane number 2. But you can see here Lily Tees in lane 6 really just cruising along here at a decisive margin for her over the rest of the field.
She has a pretty dominating lead right now. Sorry, hiccup. She has a pretty dominating lead right now. I don't think any of the other swimmers are going to be able to really catch up to her.
Just a great kick, right? That 6-beat kick that she's got there, boom, 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 all the way into the wall there on the finish. Time of 102.78. Thank you, Taka. This guy's multitasking very impressively. And Samantha Mounts coming in second in that heat. Gabby Vega from Cienega touching in at third. And Jessica Wheeler finishing up here the 100-yard freestyle for the girls.
Beautiful.
So 2 heats in this 100-yard freestyle for the boys. Garrett Welch from Cienega, the swimmer to watch out for from the Cats. Bo Mejia Spreen in lane 5. Donald Zierli in lane 6. Michael Crow in lane 3. And Oswaldo Santiago in lane number 1 for Desert View as I go into golf mode. Muhammad in lane 4. And actually I think it's Oswaldo Santiago in lane 4.
That was a great dive.
Muhammad in lane 1.
Messy race again.
Well, here's Garrett, right? So he's just plugging through the water. That's his pure power. Maybe not as efficient on his strokes, but he's just got the natural power here to cruise through the water. And you can see the wake that he leaves behind him like a speedboat. And even the splash on the flip turn getting the timers wet. We all saw that one coming in. So Garrett cruising along here in lane number 2. He has a full body length lead over his nearest competitor. That's Michael Crow in lane number 3. And Garrett will finish up here with a comfortable margin of victory in this heat by about, 2.5 body lengths. So Garrett Welch, Cienega's most decorated swimmer in their program's history, a record holder in about 6 different events, coming in first in this one. So it was Garrett Welch in first place, Michael Crow in second, Donald Zierle in third, a time of 50:29 for Garrett Welch.
Garrett Welch is a powerhouse. We got an interview with him last swim meet, and he was out of breath when we got the interview, but recovered quickly. And that guy has been training most of his life probably for this.
Yeah, he was very impressive last week and very impressive in that swim right there, a time of 50:29. So it was Welch, followed by Michael Crow, followed by Donald Zierle, Oswaldo Santiago in fourth from Desert View, Bomahi Spreen in fifth, Muhammad from Desert View coming in sixth place.
Art, you mentioned earlier that he played club baseball.
Yes.
What position?
I don't know. But it's not a school thing. It's more of a club thing. It's a hobby.
This is the club thing.
It is.
Heat number 2, Hector Santiago in lane 2. Wesley Smith in lane 3 from Ironwood Ridge. Kenny McNeese from Cienega in lane 5. Andrew V in lane 6. So 4 swimmers here, all dueling against one another. And Wesley Smith hits a turn first from Ironwood Ridge. His teammate out in lane 6, Andrew V, in second at the moment. Not as fluid here on the stroke here, at least from Wesley. He kind of seems to be kind of like slinging that left arm and actually the right arm too. Right, not as fluid. We've seen a lot of like very fluid swimmers, and but the effort's there, right? So he's chugging through here. The kick has been constant, and now Cienega's lane 5, Kenny McNeese is putting on a late charge here, and we'll see if Wesley Smith can hold him off in this heat. And that was a close finish.
Yes, it was.
Photo finish.
They both touched, and we're looking at each other like, who finished first. 105.57 in that heat, much slower than the 50:29 that Garrett Welch posted in that first heat. But I'm going to give that one to Kenny McNeese, Wesley Smith in second, Andrew V in third, and Hector Sanchez in fourth. All right, Tyra Owens here in lane 2, and we're looking at the 500 freestyle. So now's a good time to get some popcorn, maybe stretch out, do some yoga, meditate a little bit if you want to. This is going to be a little while. So the 500 freestyle, Tyra Owens in lane 2, and we will try to keep track here of the distances from all these swimmers as we go through. Owens in lane 2 from Cienega. Michaela Welch, lane 5 from Cienega. In lane 3, it's Kelly Flynn from Ironwood Ridge. And lane 6, Amanda McGovern. And the swimmer to watch out for is Ironwood Ridge's Kelly Flynn. She has a time of 5:30 and 52. So 5:30, 52, 5 minutes, 30 seconds, 52 hundredths of a second, as she's cruising in here on the third length of 20. So this is an event where you have your teammates posting in front of you the numbers just to tell you what length that you are on. And I'm sure the swimmers are too in their own minds. I'm sure that Kelly Flynn's like, all right, I'm on 4. And now she flips here. Now she's like, now I'm starting length number 5. Right? So she's about a quarter of the way through. And she is cruising along and just plugging along here. Michaela Welch in lane 5 is also cruising along here. Alternate breathing, these swimmers for the most part breathing every third stroke. Although it looks like Kelly Flynn's breathing every 2 strokes, which is what I would do. I'm always breathing on my right side. Just, it's a comfort thing. If I breathe in my left, I used to be able to go almost either side, but now I'm just like strictly breathing to the right.
Well, I don't swim much. Swimming is more of a it's hot outside thing for me.
Right. All right, so she is on length number 7, And Kelly Flynn here is about to hit the 200-yard mark on this 500 freestyle. Tahira in lane 2 from Cienega, and Michaela Welch in lane 5 from Cienega. Amanda McGovern in lane number 6 from Ironwood Ridge. But it's Kelly Flynn, and she's pacing against herself right now, just cruising along on, looks like she is on lap number 9 out of 20. So as she flips here off the wall, and the temptation on a flip turn, right, you have to hold your breath every time that you flip, right? You're underwater, and a great flip turn would be you're doing that dolphin kick. You have a streamline where you have your one palm over the other. Both your arms, the inner arms, are basically sandwiching your head, and you take your time kind of emerging, but the temptation, especially on a distance race like this, you want to surface as quickly as you can because you're ready for that next breath, right?
Yeah.
So this is different from 100, this is different from a 200, and certainly different from a 50-yard sprint, where in a 50-yard sprint you may have 1 or 2 breaths the entire race, right? And some people have swum that without taking a breath at all. But this one, you're taking a breath every 2 strokes.
This is pretty much just an endurance race.
It is.
Endurance
It
race.
is. It's grueling. She's cruising along. I mean, the kids in practice, you may open up with a 500-yard warm-up, but you're not going at the pace that these girls here are going at. As Kelly Flynn here finishes lap 13, she's going into lap 14. So she is, my math's terrible here. She's 350 yards into the swim, I think.
Good estimate. Good estimate.
I think. My math's awful on the fly here. I can't even concentrate at all. Taka, are you shaking your head at me, or are you just shaking your head in general? Cody?
Yeah.
Taka.
Who's our Taka guy?
Yeah, Taka. The Taka guy.
Takafumi Kobayashi.
Doing a great job directing.
Yeah, for sure. And Cody, you would know that better than anybody because you're also a terrific director and you understand the nuances of a broadcast better than anybody else, I would say. So, you know, if you're giving him props on his job directing, which he is doing a great job, then that's high praise for sure.
He even has the Cody's signature head shake down.
Right, you can't be communicating, so it's just a verbal or visual cue.
Okay, this is ridiculous. How are they doing this?
Well, she has a 50 left now, so she's 450 into this 500-yard swim is Kelly Flynn, pacing the field. Her teammate Amanda McGovern in lane 6 is in second place right now. And then I think it's Tahira Owens in lane 2 in third place and Michaela Welch in 5th place. So the funny thing is that those placards that they have that have the numbers on them, it becomes just a red or an orange like fluorescent mark saying, hey, this is it, like go for it. So pushing herself here to the finish, Kelly Flynn, and her time is a 5:33.67, so a little bit slower than her best mark. But again, notice that she had outdistanced the rest of the field, so she was not next to anybody that was really pushing that time and pushing herself in her effort here.
And if you look at her, she doesn't even look gassed. She's not breathing heavy. She can talk. She's talking to her timer. That's ridiculous.
It's physically exhausting. I mean, it takes a lot of energy to do that many laps, and you have to be quite an athlete, don't you? Or
Yeah, she is having a conversation with her teammate from the boys from Ironwood Ridge after she finished here, and also with her timer. Now she has a little bit of time to catch her breath. Michaela Welch came in second here for the Bobcats in lane 5, so a great effort from her as well. And it's going to be Amanda McGovern coming in third place here for Ironwood Ridge in lane 6. Tahira Owens in lane 2, finishing up there. Sterling effort there by Tahira as well. So
Sterling.
Kelly Flynn in first, Michaela Welch in second, Amanda McGovern in third, Tahira Owens in fourth place for the ladies in the 500-yard freestyle.
That was ridiculous.
Well, here come the boys. So Ryan Welsh in lane 2. Ryan Molina in lane 5 from Cienega. Ironwood Ridge has Isaac Stump in lane 3. Max Roberts in lane 6. And Isaac Stump is the kid to watch out for here. So his best time is a 4:57.53. And just look at that hip rotation here on his freestyle. I mean, I don't know how many strokes that he took coming down the first 25. 13 strokes coming back on the 50, right? So, I mean, it's just very fluid here. And for him, it's all hip rotation. I mean, the kick is a constant thing.
Yeah.
But every pool that he's going into, he's kind of rotating his shoulders and he's rotating his hips. And it's very efficient as he's going through the water.
As he's submersing down and then coming back up.
Very hydrodynamic, less resistance as you're going through the water. And on this 500-yard race, and he waved to his coach right there. I don't know if we caught that on the cameras, but he did a wave over to his coach as he's going through, finishing the 100. So he's obviously very comfortable here. Is Isaac Stump, and he's got his teammates and his coach all cracking up over there under their blue tent. So 100 yards in, and now he's going into 150 yards in, and just very fluid here. But it takes a special breed of cat, I would say, that would excel and focus on this as their race. I mean, you've got to have the intestinal fortitude, the mental toughness, and of course the stamina here. But he's got the technique as well, so he is very comfortable in this event. And there's really nobody that's going to touch him here, at least today.
A very special kind of cat.
Yeah, and you kind of have to. You kind of have to want to do this because as the swimmers are getting on the blocks, you could see like the regret in their face. Like
I could see it.
Like this is about to happen. So
Like a
just
cat
do
who
it.
just jumped into a pool, right?
Yeah.
I could see that in a couple of the swimmers' faces. You know, it's almost like forced punishment or compulsory service, something along those lines. All right, well, you're going to be swimming the 500 tomorrow. Oh, coach, come on. Are you kidding me? No, you're in. I've got the lineup right here. You're swimming the 500-yard freestyle.
Now, does each swimmer have like a special race that they train specifically for? Or?
Yeah. It's like track and field, kind of, sort of.
Yep, for sure. You have people that, you
The
have backstrokers, you have breaststrokers, you've got people that are all 4 strokes that are good enough in all 4 strokes that they can specialize in the individual medley. You have guys that are straight freestylists, right? So, looking at RJ, he's a butterflyer, RJ Brown, butterflyer, also freestyler. I don't think he does breaststroke, right? So breaststroke is kind of like a specialized niche sport or stroke, and same with butterfly. So you have specialists. So he is I would say a distance specialist here is Isaac Stump from Ironwood Ridge. And he is going into here, he's about 300 yards into this swim here. Going into lap number 13. And he seems to be so far ahead of the rest of the field that I've lost track as to who's pacing behind him in second, third, and fourth place. But I think it's Ryan Molina in lane 5, Max Roberts in lane 6, and then Ryan Welsh in lane 2. I think that's the order. But he has lapped the field. I misspoke earlier when I was talking about the girls' 500 race, or maybe it was a 200 race, but I was off on that assessment. But here's Isaac Stump just cruising along here, and it's kind of strange now when his right arm goes up to take those breaths. And maybe this is my angle, but it looks much more fluid here from this side. So I guess from the other side, the back side of his elbow and his arm, as he takes a breath, it looks like he's kind of like slinging that arm over, but it does look more fluid here now that I'm seeing it from this side. But the hip rotation's definitely there. And, the undulation, if you will, as he propels himself through the water is also there. As he finishes his 450, And he's got 50 yards to go. And in his mind right now, he's like, oh, thank God, I've just got 50 yards to go. This is easy. I can do this, you know, in my sleep very easily. Be curious to see what his time is here, as he's not being paced or pushed too hard by his competitors. And now, this is interesting, he's swimming butterfly, right? So this is the 500-yard freestyle. So freestyle, really, you could swim any of the 4 strokes. So he's finishing up here with a butterfly and a 2-hand touch there and a 5:12.18 time, getting applause and laughter from his teammates.
Well, double piped him at the end.
Seriously, I mean, just finishing up like that is making an emphatic statement about his stamina, his strength, and his ability and capabilities. But certainly legal, right? So
Certainly.
I mean, we say freestyle, and really what they're swimming here is the forward crawl or the front crawl stroke. But that's what people have synonymously in their minds when they say freestyle. But really, if he wanted to, he could have swum 500 yards of butterfly. Nobody would do that unless they had totally lost their minds. Or he could have swum 500 yards of backstroke, except for the start. He'd have to start up in regular freestyle. But second place here for the Bobcats is Ryan Molina. Isaac Stump in first. And let's see here. We've got different. Now both swimmers in lanes 2 and lane 6 are going into their final 50 yards. Max Roberts from Ironwood Ridge in third place. Ryan Welsh pushing himself here for his final 50 yards. And his teammates imploring him to finish up strongly here. So Isaac Stump from Ironwood Ridge in first place, Ryan Molina in second place, Max Roberts in third place, and Ryan Welsh from Cienega finishing strongly here down the stretch, his final 5 yards. And he is finished. Now the tough thing for him is, right, so Isaac Stump had the benefit and the duly deserved reward of finishing so quickly that he had time to just chillax in the water.
Chillax in the water.
And poor Ryan Welsh just finishes and we're like, you gotta get up right now. Like, get out of the pool. We have another event coming up here. Right? So no rest for the weary.
Just look at him.
Seriously. He's totally winded. 500 yards of freestyle. And a great effort there by all those swimmers in that event. Now we have some miscommunication here.
Are we going?
I was looking at, this is the 200 freestyle relay. I think.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Nice belly flop from most of the lanes.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was one lane in particular. So that start is going to need some seasoning and fine-tuning in practice this week. Starting tomorrow, one nice streamlined entry in the water. Tucked in. You want your chin tucked into your chest and very fluid and going in almost like a knife. All right, so here we are, the 200 freestyle relay. And it was Sarah Stanley leading off in lane 3 for Ironwood Ridge. Rachel Kester here on the second length for Ironwood Ridge. Cienega in lane 5, Haley Gallagher the first length. Kendall and Spur the second leg. In lane number 6, Peyton Cannon led off for Ironwood Ridge. Tyler Blanchard is swimming right now for the Nighthawks. But Rachel Kester here, an impressive length. Kaylee Otto in the water now for Ironwood Ridge. Just plugging through the water.
One of the swimmers' glasses, goggles, came off.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. That's in lane 4 for Desert View. And that's Danya Valle, I believe. And lane 5, Tahira Owens swimming her 50 here. And she's more of a sprint specialist. So we know that she swam the 500 earlier. So she's got to be winded from that from as well. All right, here's Mackenzie. And I just have a first name for her, so I don't know if I'm missing a little piece of information here. But Mackenzie, I'm sorry, I just have your first name. But she is the anchor leg here in lane 3 for Ironwood Ridge. In lane 5, Sierra Hansen is the anchor leg for the Bobcats. But this will be Ironwood Ridge. Their best time on the season is 1:47.99. And they're coming in at 1:51.47, so a little bit off of their pace. Coming in second place, the Cienega team in lane 5 of Haley Gallagher, Kendall and Spur, Tahira Owens, and Sierra Hansen with a nice anchor leg. In third place, it was Ironwood Ridge in lane 6. Peyton Cannon, Tyler Blanchard, Brittany Manifold, and Claire Hernandez. And the Bobcats here in lane 2 finishing off. It was Taylor Burleson, Sierra Glassburner, Gabby Vega, and Michaela Jakubik with the anchor leg there for the Cats. The last leg here of this relay from Desert View, it was Rosie Hammond, Danya Valle, Yailin Durame, and Alejandra Tadison. And Alejandra right now finishing up the anchor leg here for the Jaguars on their relay, coming in 5th place. But a nice relay run there. Swum by Ironwood Ridge, the Nighthawks. Stanley, Kester, Otto, and Mackenzie. Bobcats, a nice effort as well. Gallagher, Spur, Owens, and Hansen. All right, here comes the boys 200 freestyle relay. This will be a close one here. Watch out for lanes 5 and lane number 3. Bobcats in lane 5. It's Jason Brown, the opening leg of this relay. For Ironwood Ridge, they have Jack Affelt opening things off. The other relay team for Ironwood Ridge in lane 6, it's Wesley Smith opening up. And the Bobcats of the relay in lane 2, it's Chris Lee. Bobcats a decisive lead here. Jason Brown doing his job on the opening leg. And Bo Mejia Green here on the second length, cruising through. Chandler Juarez in lane 3 on the second leg for Ironwood Ridge. Alex Oralup from Ironwood Ridge in lane 6 on his second leg. In lane 2, Alberto Michel, the name that I love. I'm not sure if it's Spanish or French. Alberto Michel, or Italian and French. Ryan Molina in the water right now for the Bobcats, extending that lead in lane number 5. And the Cats here a decisive advantage. Michael Crow swimming the third length of the pool here, or third length of the relay for Ironwood Ridge in lane number 3. So this is the Bobcats here pushing themselves. And there's Garrett Welch. So when Garrett Welch goes into the water, I mean, you know it's just pretty much over here today. Just crushing it, and we'll see what their time is. The Bobcats' best time on the season is a 1:38.48. And that's just off their pace at a 1:38.75. So the Bobcat relay team coming in first place here. Ironwood Ridge in lane number 3 coming in second. It was Affelt, Juarez, Crow, and Craig Simmons, their anchor leg. The Cienega Bobcats in lane 2 coming in third place. There's Ryan Welch anchoring that relay. And then it was Ironwood Ridge in lane number 6 coming in 4th. And now Desert View's relay in lane number 4 coming in 5th place. Bobcats in lane number 2, it was Chris Lee, Alberto Michel, Ainsley Varvel, and Ryan Welch. And Ryan just swam the 500, and now he's anchoring that 200 freestyle relay. But a nice effort there by the Bobcats coming in first and third. And now the backstroke here, one of my favorite events, the 100-yard backstroke for the girls. Let's watch these starts here. In the water, off the blocks. Sierra Hansen in lane 2 from Cienega. Sarah Stanley in lane number 6 from Ironwood Ridge. Caitlin Leo in lane 3 is a swimmer to watch from Ironwood Ridge. Ayla Stallworth in lane 5 is the Bobcats' best backstroker. And Ayla Stallworth right now in a duel with Sarah Stanley, lanes 5 and 6. Caitlin Leo in lane 3, pouring it on now here, cruising into it. But in order, it's going to be Stallworth, Stanley, and Leo. It sounds like a law firm.
Law firm.
Stallworth, Stanley, and Leo. So it's Stallworth in first at the moment, Leo in second at the moment, and Stanley in third. Stallworth in lane 5. Leo in lane 3. Stanley in lane 6. Leo coming on strong here down the stretch. Keep your eyes on this finish, boys, between lanes 3 and 5. Oh, that was close.
A little too close to call, to be honest.
That was close.
I say lane 5.
Okay.
Just want to put it on lane 5?
Lane 5.
All right, lane 5.
I thought it was lane 3.
All right, lane 3.
I don't know. It's a time of 107.78, but it was so close that we cannot call it. So we've got some disagreement among ourselves here. When we watch the replay, we'll be able to clearly see it. But I have it Leo, Stallworth, and Stanley in lanes 3, 5, and 6.
Now, one of the swimmers appears to be pretty gassed out right now. Just now finishing up the
And we
final
have some.
man.
Oh, sorry. Okay, go.
Arthur Mata cutting me off. Great at that. What were you going to say, Art?
Oh, Taka says it's number 3 or number 5.
It's number 5.
Number 5.
All right.
Number 5.
So
We
it's
were
number 5.
correct.
Okay, so Ayla Stallworth in lane
Great.
5
Number 5.
coming in first.
Number 5.
Caitlin Leo in lane 3 coming in second.
Solid
Number
choice.
5.
Sarah
Good
Stanley in
solid
lane 6 coming in third. Sierra Hansen from Cienega in lane 2 coming in fourth. And Regina Ramirez coming in 5th place in lane 1 from Desert View, getting a nice round of applause here from the spectators.
Garrett Welch.
Well, you can see him.
Who's
He's
that?
An imposing figure in lane 5 from Cienega. A man among boys, as it were, just looking at him visibly here.
Speedboat among boys.
Well, he's in lane 5. His best time's a 58.84. You can see that shark tattoo between the shoulder blades here. Off the start. He surfaces first. Watch out for lane 3 here. That's
Lane 3.
Francisco Vasquez. His best time is a 59.45.
Lane 3 is staying pretty close to Garrett.
So he's about 6/100ths of a second off of the pace that Garrett Welch has set here. And he is cruising through the water very smoothly here. This turn is going to be a key, as will that final turn. Garrett maybe turned a little bit too early going into the wall. His time may have been a little bit off. His counting here. They're counting strokes from flag to wall, and it's close. Garrett has maybe a third of a body length advantage here over Francisco Vasquez. Welch into that last turn first. Vasquez behind him. And Garrett with a great turn there. Notice how far that he pulled ahead just on that last turn. Now he's cruising his way toward the wall. I'll be curious to see the time here. 59.93. So Welch coming in first place. Francisco Vasquez from Ironwood Ridge, a nice race there, coming in second place for the Nighthawks. Coming in third place was Jack Affelt in lane 6 from Ironwood Ridge. And Colton Glassburner here is going to be coming in fourth place for the Bobcats. Jacob Revilla from Desert View in lane number 4 will be coming in fifth. So Welch in first, a nice duel there. Great effort by Francisco Vasquez. Look at their sizes, right? If you can imagine if Francisco were the same size as Welch, we'd be looking at a different race here. But genetics being what they are, you can't kind of fight Mother Nature. Lineage and genes and all that. So Welch in first, Vasquez in second, Jack Affelt from Ironwood Ridge coming in third place, Colton Glassburner in fourth from Cienega, and Jacob Revilla in Desert View coming in fifth place.
Attentive viewers can spot Garrett Welch's shark tattoo on his back. We got a good shot of that in our interview.
Yeah, definitive for sure. Acquired at the age of 14, the ripe old age of 14 years old.
14.
Maybe as soon as he turned 14, he's like, I'm getting a tattoo. I don't know.
Deeper voice, though. I'm getting a tattoo.
Breaststroke, 100 yards here. Underwater pull and kick are the key. You can do one dolphin kick underwater, and the pool, kind of both sides making a semicircle, emerging from the water. Two-hand touch at each of the walls here on the turns, and the turns in the breaststroke are one of the keys. Lane 5 from Cienega on the breaststroke. It's Savannah Olney touching first. She is going neck and neck here with Amanda Bradley in lane 6 from Ironwood Ridge. Kelly Flynn in lane number 3 is in third at the moment. But this is a two-person duel between Savannah Olney and Amanda Bradley. Olney from Cienega in lane 5, Bradley from Ironwood Ridge in lane 6, and Kelly Flynn from Ironwood Ridge in lane number 3, making a late charge here, but she is just off the pace. And it's Savannah Olney making her way here. These girls just bobbing right next to each other, and Olney has about a half body length lead. Kelly Flynn making a late charge here. She may come in second place, but this is Savannah Olney from the Bobcats coming in first. She's in first, Kelly Flynn's in second, Amanda Bradley is in third. 1:17.66 is our time. Melina Rostron coming in fourth place for the Cats in lane 2. And Ivory Hauk from Desert View coming in fifth place. So Kelly Flynn, we saw her earlier winning the 500-yard freestyle, so that name should be familiar to you just from that impressive swim. But a second place finish here for her in the breaststroke. But Savannah Olney coming in first for the Bobcats. Savannah Olney, Kelly Flynn, Amanda Bradley, 1, 2, 3. Second heat for the girls here in the 100-yard breaststroke.
Child, please.
Gabby Vega, lane 2. Claire Hernandez, lane 3. Kayla Negron, lane 5. Peyton Cannon from Ironwood Ridge in lane 6. And I think we have Rolly Hammond in lane 4 from Desert View in this heat. World Series underway tonight. We'll see if we can get you a score update. Not that anybody's going to be watching this live anyway, so.
Yeah.
So don't worry about it. I hope you're enjoying that World Series tonight.
Or tomorrow.
Hoping for a closer game,
Or
actually.
the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, games 2, 3, and 4. I just want to see some closer games, please. Less errors. Clean it up. I guess I'm talking to St. Louis in particular.
Yeah, I mean, Boston can't sweep every game, you know.
They swept, they swept the last.
May I remind you of the 04 World Series?
The last two World Series they were in, 04 and 2009, they swept and swept. So they're like
Bottom of the second.
I think they're 9-0.
0-0, bottom of the second.
Okay, good to know. Waka,
Top of the second, my apologies.
Michael Waka,
It's not like it's alive, it could be the bottom.
and Jake Peavy going for the Red Sox and Cardinals respectively here tonight. Claire Hernandez, impressive here on her 100-yard breaststroke, a time of 1:22.30, a little bit off of her natural time, her best time. And this is going to be a close 2-3-4 finish here. All right, I have Cienega in lane 2, Gabby Vega coming in second. I have Peyton Cannon in lane 6 coming in third, and I have Kayla Negron coming in fourth place from Cienega. And here's Rolly Hammond from Desert View in lane 4, getting encouragement here from the spectators and the fans. Finishing up here, she has maybe about 10 yards left to go here.
Go.
Just getting a
Getting a
nice
little excited.
nice round of applause here. A nice encouragement from Kayla Negron in lane number 5 here, encouraging her down, shaking hands, saying nice job. That's great to see. Getting a nice handshake there from Claire Hernandez from Ironwood Ridge in lane 3 as well. So
Sportsmanship.
excellent sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship.
So I thought we had 2 heats, but it looks like we've got 3 heats here. And it's going to be an Ironwood Ridge quartet, all dueling each other here. Lane 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now I only have 2 of the swimmers listed by name. So I know Bailey Williams is in lane 6, and I know Maya V is in lane number 3. The other 2 girls are unidentifiable, unfortunately for us. Yeah, so after the 100 breaststroke here for the girls, we've got the boys 100 breaststroke. Then we have the girls 400 freestyle relay, the boys 400 freestyle relay, and that's it for the meet here tonight. So we're close to the end.
Close to the end.
We still have to finish that debate later. Oh yes, we'd like to give a shout out to Matt Moore. And Adrian Alvarado.
Adrian Hinojos.
Adriel Alvarado's the quarterback.
Oh wait, I don't know this. Sorry.
Adrian Hinojos.
Adrian Hinojos.
And I
I
think
butchered that.
I
And
think-
Wayne Gretzky's the best goalie the golf has ever seen.
I think I think Alec Daniels and I think that Ahmad Lomax tonight are also going to be on the air for Bobcat TV over at Cienega High School for football. I think our crew here tonight, they're not going to be able to hear me, but Sierra Bingham, Marina Suku, Jackie Hannafin, Eve Higgins, all running camera here tonight. The dedication that they've shown here in running
Dedication
things for
fine.
us here. We're going to have to do we need an all-girl broadcast here where we have the girls all on the microphones and we'll have all the guys running the cameras.
Just
133.74.
Glitters and stickers and Morgan
Crazy
Freeman.
graphics. and
Maya V in lane 3 winning that heat. Bailey Williams in lane 6. And then 2 unidentifiable Nighthawk girls in lanes 4 and 5. And now here's the boys' 100-yard breaststroke.
A lot more Mariah Carey involved in the broadcast.
Yeah.
How do you feel about interviewing a couple of your friends here from the senior class here?
I could do them all at the same time. We'll have a group interview.
Perfect. Perfect. All right. Swimmers to watch out for. Thomas Golden is in lane 3. Chandler Juarez is in lane 6 from Ironwood Ridge. The Bobcats have Alberto Michel in lane 5 and Chris Lee in lane 2. So 4 swimmers here going for it. Make sure my numbers are correct.
Oh, Mr. Miller,
Yes, sir.
forgot to tell you this. For varsity football for Cienega, if Buena loses this game on Friday,
Right.
doesn't matter if they win or lose the next game. If they lose this next game and we win out, we get the 15th seed against Sunny Slope.
Okay, now
Sunny Slope.
Sunny
Whom-
Slope.
Phoenix Sunny Slope. Whom is, I said whom, Sierra Vista Buena playing on Friday night?
Sunnyside.
They could lose.
They could. It could. Could.
We hope. We're hoping.
15th seed. I don't think that's ever happened in Cienega history, but
Thomas-
we'll take it.
Thomas Golden with a 107 and change coming in first place here for Ironwood Ridge. And his teammate Chandler Juarez is going to be coming in second place in lane 6. Lane 5, it's Alberto Michel, the Italian Frenchman, coming in third place.
He's probably like
And
Dutch or
Chris-
something.
And Chris Lee
Scandinavian.
from Cienega coming in fourth place. So nice swim there. It was Thomas Golden, Chandler Juarez, Alberto Michel, and Chris Lee. Now it's relay time. So the relays carry more points here. It's just the way the meets are run. You get rewarded with more points if your relay finishes in first place, second and third, than you would if you had individuals finishing in first place. So a chance here to rack up some points here. And I think that we're looking at a relatively close meet here between Cienega and Ironwood Ridge. But I think I have Ironwood Ridge's girls more decisively ahead. I think I have our boys closer to Ironwood Ridge. But I still think that Ironwood Ridge here with an advantage in terms of points.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the last event.
Solo breaststroke. And this swimmer
After this is the
here,
last event. That's what I
this
said.
is Max Bradley from Ironwood Ridge, racing against the clock and himself. And I would be more self-conscious being the only swimmer in the pool. You know
Yeah.
everybody's looking at you, right?
Mhm.
And not only that, but they're looking at you for 4 lengths of the pool.
Mhm.
But his teammates here encouraging him on. We should have some great close-up shots and medium shots of him. Right now, that's a wonderful shot here. I'm curious to see this turn. We can just totally analyze and scrutinize
Very,
Babies.
his
very
turn off the
disappointed
wall.
child in the back.
Babies.
Might be time for Mimi or maybe a little bit of milk. It's one of 4 different things.
1 of 4.
Either baby needs a new diaper, that's one, or baby needs a nap, or baby's hungry, or baby wants some milk. It's one of those 4 things. Like, you can categorize it with one of those
Shouts
4.
out to Miller's kids.
Shout out to Miller's kid.
Yeah, somewhere I'm sure my children are doing a similar thing. So here's Max. Max Bradley finishing up here. We'll see if we have a time for him. His best is a 1:16.80, and he finishes at a 1:19.34. So a nice swim there. He's got the swim cap on. I remember those days so long ago when I also wore a swim cap.
When you sprouted up top.
Yeah, don't need him anymore. I'm naturally streamlined. All right, here's that last relay event for the girls. And we should have one heat here. Cienega High School, Sierra Glassburner, Michaela Jakubik, Melina Rostrin, and Kaylee Scott in lane 2.
And they're off.
Nice enthusiasm. Raven Elias in lane 5, leading things off. Natalie Polito in lane 6, and Sarah Stanley in lane 3. We also have Maddie Brandt from the Cats, I think in lane number 7. A seldom used lane here, but just for this relay, they're having all the girls from all the teams swimming in one heat. So being very efficient here. Kind of loading the deck or putting all these little swimmers like sardines into a can. They're all in the same can.
All in the same can. Porkins.
Porkins.
All right, so Armwood Ridge, Sarah Stanley here, a nice lead off. Opening leg, giving her team the lead. Natalie Polito in lane 6 had a nice stretch for her as well. And now it's Mackenzie Harrison in lane 6. Kaylee Otto in lane 3, both swimming their second legs. And Otto in the wall first with her flip turn. Harrison right after her. Michaela Welch in 3rd here for the Bobcats. A half length off of the second place swimmer, Mackenzie Harrison. Desert View making their second leg here. It's Danya Valle, the opening leg. Sandra Zavalta coming in onto the second leg here of their relay. Bobcats have Michaela Jakubik in lane number 2, swimming her second leg here. So into the wall, it's Armwood Ridge, and it's Kaylee Otto in first. Cienega's Michaela Welch has done her job here, putting her Bobcats in second. And in striking distance of the leader, Mackenzie Harrison in 3rd right now for Armwood Ridge. In the water first, it was Haley Palma, followed by Sierra Hansen from Cienega, and then Brianna Mounts from Armwood Ridge. Palma doing her job here, trying to get that lead and extend it here for Armwood Ridge. She is cruising through the water. Sierra Hansen in 2nd at the moment, as she goes into her second half of her leg, the 75-yard mark, going into the 100 for her. Each individual swimmer swims 100 yards. So 400 yards total on this freestyle relay. Haley Palmer, her last flip turn. And she has given her team, about a 2 body length lead. Rachel Kester tracking her in off the block, timing it perfectly on her anchor leg of the relay. Ayla Stallworth, her anchor leg of the relay is underway as well. And the Bobcats here have firmly ensconced themselves in 2nd place in this relay. Caitlin Leo, the anchor leg for the Armwood Ridge relay team number 2. But Kester here cruising. She came in first earlier in the 100 freestyle with a time of 1 minute and 29 hundredths of a second. So 1:00.29 for her. So she's a very strong anchor leg of this relay, and she will not be caught. Her final flip turn Her final push here off the wall, cruising into that last 25. Ayla Stallworth in lane 5 is doing her best here to bridge the distance and the gap in a time of 4:03.34. So that is off their best time, but it's good enough here for first place for the Nighthawks of Ironwood Ridge. Stanley, Otto, Palma, and Kester. The Bobcat team of Raven, of Elias, Welch, Hansen, and Stallworth coming in second place. The third place team from Ironwood Ridge of Polito, Harrison, Mounts, and Leo. And we'll see who's coming in fourth place here. I think it's going to be Cienega High School. The team of Glassburner, Jakobek, Rostrin, and Kaylee Scott. Kaylee Scott anchoring this relay team here in lane number 2. Nice job there from Cienega. And Desert View, it's Danya Valle, Sandra Zavalsa, Ivory Hauk, and Amy Hall. Amy Hall on her last 25 here. About 15 yards to go for the finish for her relay team. And a nice effort. Nice sportsmanship here from Ironwood Ridge and Cienega, both shaking the hands of Amy Hall. Well, here's the capstone of the night. It's the boys 400-yard freestyle relay.
Final event, if I'm not mistaken.
Final event of the evening.
Final event. So, boys looking to close this one out. Just get the job done.
Now, Ironwood Ridge in lane 3, their best time is a 3:25.72. Cienega's best relay time is a 3:36.09. So on paper, Ironwood Ridge has a definitive advantage here. Nice flip turn there from Isaac Stump, the opening leg here at this Nighthawk relay. He is in a duel right now with Jason Brown as they go into the 50 going to 75, entering the wall at the same time. He's conserving energy here is Stump on his turns, right? And they're like stroke for stroke with each other. Isaac Stump and Jason Brown both hitting the wall at the same time. Brown surfaces first, and Stump surfaces after him.
Yeah, he has a bit of a lead.
It's very close. He's got about maybe an Armstrong's lead here, does Jason Brown. Bomahi is bringing into the water, cruising in lane 5. Thomas Golden is swimming the second length here for Ironwood Ridge. Mejia Spreen hits the wall first. He flips first. He has about a half body length advantage here, but that advantage is narrowing now. And here's Golden pouring it on, and he will hit the wall now at the same time as Mejia Spreen. And now he's got a lead. So just like that, the lead is gone, and Thomas Golden is doing a golden job here of putting his team in position. I couldn't resist that, I'm sorry. It was right there for the taking. If somebody puts cake in front of me, I'm going to eat it, I'm sorry.
He's going to eat it.
That's how you get diabetes.
So Thomas Golden giving his Nighthawks a lead. Here's Michael Crow swimming the third length. Ryan Molina swimming the third length here for the Bobcats. But here's where that advantage is coming into play. Thomas Golden earlier today winning the 100 fly. And Michael Crow earlier today, a strong effort in the 200 freestyle relay. But I'm recognizing him from something else, and I don't know what it is that I'm recognizing him from.
That's why you can't eat too much cake.
It's not.
Diabetes.
Wilford Brimley.
Maybe go for the fruit alternative. Maybe a healthy snack of blueberries tonight instead of that piece of cake.
More of a grapes man myself.
Yeah, the purple, the red, or the green.
Yeah, any grapes.
Any grape, all good. Craig Simmons in the water here, the anchor leg of this very impressive Ironwood Ridge Nighthawk relay. Garrett Welch, we know him, of course, the Bobcat. Now, he made a miracle happen, a minor miracle happen last week. I don't think that we're going to see too big of a deficit here for him to make up. He turned a two body length deficit into a 2 body length victory. But we're looking at here a substantial, maybe 3 body length lead for the Nighthawks, which is uncatchable, I would say. Craig Simmons here anchoring the impressive relay of Stump, Golden, Crow, and Simmons. Garrett Welch doing his best. As amazing of a swimmer as he is, it's just too much for him to ask to break that sizable lead up here. So Garrett Welch anchoring the relay team of Brown, Mejia, Spreen, Molina, and Welch. And the Bobcats coming in second place. Ironwood Ridge in lane 6. It's Andrew V, Max Roberts, Don Zierli, and Francisco Vasquez. Vasquez so impressive in that 100-yard backstroke duel against the aforementioned Garrett Welch. And he is anchoring his relay team right here in the 400-yard freestyle relay. And he will come in third place, so a solid effort there. The Bobcats in lane 2, it was McNeese, Lee, Sanchez, and Bell. And Gavin Bell doing his part here as the Bobcats come in fourth place. So Nighthawks in first, Bobcats in second, Nighthawks in third, Bobcats in fourth place.
Very good meet overall.
We're going to have Art Mata interview somebody here. Well, you can grab some people that you want to. We'll hook them up to a headset, Art, and you can, we'll have one person at a time with a headset, and you can put your headset on, or you can turn the headset into kind of like a handheld mic if you want to do it that way. It might be more efficient doing it like that. But you grab your people and then come over here, and we'll get that set up and ready to go.
Hey, Eve. Do you mind rotating that to face us?
I'll do a quick shout out to our sponsors here, and a quick mention here of our seniors on senior night from the Clements Center. Taylor Haas, Courtney Ulrich, Maddie Brandt, Haley Gallagher, Elena Reyes, Taylor Burleson, Lisa Haney, Angelo Castagnaro, Bo Mejia Spreen, and Garrett Welch. All seniors graduating. They have swum their final meet here at the Clements Center, which is the home location of the swim team of Cienega High School. I want to thank our sponsors for their support of Cienega High School athletics. Jeff Daniels with Nova Financial, Walker Family Medicine, Swaim Associates, the Del Lago Golf Club, Rose Custom Builders, Hamstra Heating and Cooling, Lieber Orthodontics, Pizza Hut, Rich Hillman with Nova Home Loans, Momentum Physical Therapy, United Community Health Center, Montgomery's Grill, open after the swim meet, the Vale Family Dentistry with Dr. Donnelly, the Leach Wilson Realty Team, Dr. Tyan Dean with the Sports Institute of Tucson, Stop and Go Driving School, Proactive Physical Therapy, Pyramid Federal Credit Union, your local friendly State Farm agent Jeff Knoll, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there, and Agero, safe, smart, and driven. To find out more, go to agero.com. Thank you for all of your support of Cienega High School athletics. I want to remind you that our Bobcat TV crew will be back in action on Friday night from Desert View High School. We'll be broadcasting that game live, and we'll have it available on demand on YouTube. And then I think next week, I don't know if there's a home volleyball match that we're going to try to broadcast, but certainly the away game with the varsity boys at Saguaro High School, and probably a JV game at home on Thursday night. Are we wrapping it up?
Are we going to get some interviews? Huh? Are we going to get some interviews? Yeah. Let's go.
We're gonna set Marina, Jackie, and I are gonna run back so we can get some gear. That's the back.
Start safe.
make sure everybody's looking at the camera and not at the screen.
Okay, I'll look at the camera.
How's everybody doing? I'm Armado with Bobcat TV here. I got Angelo Castagnaro, Haley Gallagher, Courtney Ulrich, and Ayla Stallworth. Some post-game interviews. My first one is Angelo Castagnaro. Angelo, first question for you is, you're going into the water, you're coming back out. Tell us a question for all those little kids at home trying to swim. What can you do to kind of stay in shape towards the end of the races?
I mean, there's always other clubs you could join. From what I've heard, there's like during all the different seasons, there's other clubs you could join to stay in shape and basically just practice all your strokes. I mean, it's a great sport, keeps you flexible and durable, and keeps your stamina pretty good. It's good for your mind, your body, and your soul. It's good in summer. It's all around a great sport.
Thank you, Angelo. My next interviewee here is Haley Gallagher. Haley, my question for you is, as you're a senior, this is your final season swimming. What can you tell us about swimming for Cienega and what an experience has been?
It's been really amazing. I'm going to miss it, and it's been a lot of fun. The coaches are really good, and it's like a family. It really is. It's like fun. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, thank you, Haley. Very well said. Courtney, my same question for you is, what can you tell us as an experience being a Cienega swimmer, being a senior? Yeah.
Well, it's been really fun, and I'm really sad that's my last year, and I have to leave all of the people because like swim team's really like a family, and we all just love each other so much. So I'm gonna miss them a lot, but it's been great.
And here we have Ayla Stallworth, who is a very, very decorated Cienega swimmer. Ayla, I have the same question that I had for Angelo. What can you tell us for all the kids here at home just trying to stay in shape, trying to become a swimmer? What's something that you could tell them that they can't forget trying to be a swimmer?
I guess I just have to say that you need to remember your passion for the sport. That way it keeps you in it. And just to have fun with it. If you take it too seriously, you're going to beat yourself down, and you just got to have fun. And that's why I love Cienega swim team.
Okay. And my last question for Ayla. Ayla, do you have a shout out you'd like to give to everyone at home watching?
I just want to say hi, guys. It's really cool. Thanks for all the support. Thanks.
Courtney, is there a shout out you'd like to give somebody?
Hi guys. I don't know. I love you.
Haley, is there somebody you'd like to give a shout out to?
My mom. No, my parents. Thanks, guys, for supporting me.
Angelo.
Hi, Dad.
And I'm Armada signing off for Bobcat TV. Shout out to Jason Miller, all of our camerawomen, Sierra, Eve, Jackie, and Marina, and our director, Cody, and our director, Taka. Thank you. I'm Armada signing off.